Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried.
What is popping? Before the video starts, I just want to let you all know that I give readings, just like the ones that you see every Monday on my channel. I give on point Orisha tarot card readings for singles and also for couples. I also do natal chart consultations. My Everything is Everything reading is by far my bestseller. If you want to check out any of these services, please visit my website at www.bandclaptv.com. And also, when you go to that website and you scroll down, you will see a link to go to my shadow work class. In this time that we're in right now, shadow work is very, very important. Getting to know yourself, your inner child, really, really knowing who you are. All of these things are extremely important. And I have a very, very informative self-paced course. Shout out to Spiritual Ascension University and Melanie the Spirit Doula for allowing me to be able to give you all this very, very priceless course, if I do say so myself. So again, if you want to check these things out, go to my website, www.bandclaptv.com. All right. Yo, what is poppin', YouTube fam? It's the top of the week, so you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Mr.BandClap, at it again with another on point Orisha tarot forecast spread for the week of Monday, August the 23rd through Sunday, August the 29th of 2021. So, I ended my week with a bang. Not only am I dropping this video, but there's another video that is coming soon to YouTube. Once this video drops, it's already going to be on Patreon. I want to tell y'all about my first experience with shrooms, my first trip. And when I tell you, it was a roller coaster of a ride. But it's something that I've been wanting to experience for a while now. And I finally got my wish. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the things that that you need to look out for if you ever decided that you wanted to do psychedelics or stuff like that. I understand it is not for everybody. And one thing that I noticed, if you don't know who you are, if you're not anchored in that, any of these mind altering substances can put you in such a dark place that you can never come back from. You know, you'll be here physically, but mentally, psychologically, spiritually, you'll be still in that dark place. And when you get to that dark place, only you can pull yourself out of that dark place. So while you're sober, you got to make sure that you got some very, very powerful anchoring things to, so you won't go off on the deep end when you're using any type of mind-altering substance. Because at the end of the day, like the quote says, the mind is all and the universe is mental. And I'm going to break all of that down in this video. So that was a very, very dope experience. And so yeah, let's get to this reading, shall we? So since this is the YouTube version, I'm only pulling the top card from each of these. This is the overall of the things that you may be witnessing, things that you may be feeling or going through this week. These are by day, Monday through Sunday. And like I always say, you may not experience or go through these things on this particular day. It's just something for you to be cognizant about during the week. So let's see what we got for the overall. All right. So remember last week, it was a very, very transformative time for a lot of us. A lot of us have transformed in so many different ways. A lot of us had to leave old things behind to make way for the new things that's on the horizon. So, even in my life, especially with this experience that I went through yesterday, it transformed me a lot. And I think my spirit team, me getting to know my inner child and all of that, that's the only thing that helped me to guide me through this trip. Shout out to my dad. He announced his retirement last Thursday. And, that's a really big milestone for him. He's always been a hard worker. And he's always been a very, very good provider. So now it's time for him to be able to, do some of those things that he wished that he could have done in his earlier life. Just like what Tabitha was saying for her husband. You can be a child again and really, really discover yourself and all those things. And a lot of us, like I said, a lot of us are transforming. Now, with this moon card reversed, a lot of us during this transformative time that we're going through, some of us may be going through some self-doubt, because it's like we're going through this transformative time, but in a lot of instances, everything isn't out for you to see, what it is, what it's going to be. Everything isn't out where you can logically make sense of the transformation. So some of us, if you don't understand to just trust the process, this week you can be feeling some distorted thinking, underestimation, delusionment, mirage. This talks about lack of communication with your higher self, lack of communication with your spirit team and your soul family to give you that reassurance that everything is going to be all right. So the biggest thing that I can say, as long as, you're tapped in and you understand that this is just a process, you got to enjoy the journey, you got to go with the flow, you'll be able to bypass this energy. You'll be able to bypass this mirage. And when you look in the media, it's a bunch of mirages that's out right now. And even though this mirage can't affect you physically, a lot of these mirages are here to affect you psychologically and mentally. So make sure that you're in control of your mind. You're in control of what are you intaking in your windows of the soul, so you won't be fooled and you won't be manipulated. All right. So let's see what Monday has for us. All right. You are the magician. You are the magician. Very, very, very beautiful card. This again, Monday, today is the day that I recorded that video about my experience. And this pretty much sums up the result of what I learned about myself in this trip. This card talks about a virtuous, prudent, just man giving wise counsel and making wise decisions with a deep and emotive psychology that will go deep inside your mind and heart. This talks about when you have this type of mindset and you're this type of person and you believe and you know that this is you in your heart of hearts, you got full protection against evil, peace, and spirituality. This talks about solidarity, a measured and cautious person, and above all, showing strong meditation ability, concentration, and willpower. You know, this talks about good sense, which must prevail, or he could do nothing required of him or her, or respect or requested from him or her. This card advises perseverance, will, and analysis of goals. Let your spirit and mind prevail over matter. Have a strong belief in a higher power, which is the only way to success. Very important in this time where it's so much BS, it's so much negativity around, that if you let these things permeate in your windows to the soul, it can lead to lostness right now. Very important. And if this is you, then this won't affect you. This won't affect you, you know, because you understand that the darkest hour is just before day. All right. Now let's see what Tuesday has for us. All right. So again, I know I went through a spiritual awakening last night. Some of you all may be going through your own spiritual reassuring awakenings. Some things that may be going on the inside, some awakenings that's going on the inside that people may not see it on the outside just yet, but it's something that you understand that's going on inside of you. This is a change. This is a transformation, because we understand that the 8 is Scorpio. You know, that's the house of Scorpio, and then fire. So this is a spiritual transformation, and it's reversed. So it's going on the inside. You know, Mars, passion. You know, a lot of us are gonna have passions, inner passions, reignited passions. I know with me, when I came back from my trip, the first thing that I wanted to do is to get back on my music, because now I truly understand that my music is nothing but a symbol that can help the soul family reach a high vibration. You know, when you think about this BS that's going on in the world musically and stuff like that, there's not really a lot of music out there that you can listen to it and it'll put you on a positive, high vibrational frequency. And I want to change that with my content and my music. So this card talks about the explosion has stopped at all levels. It seems to have vanished, but no, this is not the case. There is simply a period of rest, calm, declaration, or retardation. You know, this is talking about making sure that you're getting proper rest, making sure that you're taking things into the windows of your soul that's going to give you motivation right now. It's going to give you positivity, going to give you healing. All of those high vibrational things, we have to be vibrating very high at this time, just like this magician card talks about. All right. So now let's see what Wednesday has for us. And as you can see, there are 3 cards. So you got the 8 of Earth reverse. You got the Earth card upright. And then we got the 7 of Air reversed. So this talks about the time of desperation is over. You know, this talks about wanting is a part of the past. Promising times will return. Mother-like archetypes will be met again. And this is a mental card. So this is what your universe, this is what the higher vibrating energies want you to add to your universe. That while everybody else is scrambling, you know, everybody else is feeling like it's finna be all over, all of this propaganda that's going on. You know, when you're connected to the mind, when you're connected to the higher self, to the higher mind, this is when you realize that, yo, this is the energy that's really being brought to the soul family right now, to the world. But you got to be vibrating high in order for you to feel that, in order for you to be able to let this permeate in your life. And a good way to do that is making sure that you're grounded. We're in Virgo season now. So now is the best time to analyze what is in your mind. It's time to do a cleanup of what's going on in your mind. And if you, in this time of rest, that you need to be resting and being in a calm space, you need to be cleaning out your mind of things that aren't supposed to be there. You need to be cleaning out your mind of things that's not supposed to take up rent in your head. Whether that's negative thoughts about your value, your self-esteem, negative things that affect your self-esteem and your sense of self-worth and value. It might be a job, or it might be a routine or a pattern that you need to get yourself out of. You need to break this pattern, break this habit, break this routine so you can vibrate higher. You might be participating in a process that's not going to give you the status that you know you deserve. It is up to you to clean your mind of these things so that you can operate on this type of frequency. And this is the reason why you need to do this. Because when it comes to the soul family, which is the 8 of Earth, we all we got. You know? We're already cast out when it comes to the grand scheme of things in this world. So, like I said, you know, all we got is each other, and all you have is your spirit team, your inner child, to be able to decipher what it is that you need to do to make sure that you're operating on a high vibrational frequency right now. No matter what seems to be going on in your life, no matter what seems to be used to try to affect you in a negative way, remember, do not stop the driving force when feeling sure and calm, because you have enough material to spare. And do not take the higher effects of this 8 of Earth, which is a symbol of infinite wisdom and inspiration, as a paradigm without reaching conclusions. Because if you do, this is going to lead to lack of practicality, abandonment at the halfway point, useless practice, energy and work and inspiration vanishing in time, pride, and egocentrism. So these spiritual transformations, these transformations that we're going through right now, you're not going through these transformations so you can stunt on the less fortunate. You know, you're not going through these transformations so you can use your ego just because your mind is free and you're looking around and you're seeing people in these messed up situations, and you want to try to stunt and you want to try to act like you're so big and bad, because as easy as you got this abundance, the minute you start vibrating low, all of those things can be taken away from you, and it's going to be way harder for you to get back up to that frequency than somebody else. So definitely keep that in mind right now, because as you can see, and like I said in my video, my higher self told me the two things that's being attacked right now with the soul family is character and integrity. Character and integrity. You got to have strong character and you got to have integrity in this time right now, because if you don't, you will be exposed. You may not be exposed now, but don't think that you're out of hot water just because you feel like that the Grim Reaper walk past you, because it's imminent. That's just how it is. It's imminent. You know? All right. So let's see what Thursday has for us. Shango. There we go. I've been working with Shango for a while now. I work with Shango because on my job, you know, it is a very low vibrational place, you know, working at the club, doing security and stuff like that. And since it's not armed security where I can use the power of Ogun, which is the steel, you know, I have to use the power of Shango to bring justice, peace, and strength. And before I pull another card, because every time I see this, seeing Orisha, I like to pull another card to see do they got something that they want to say. This talks about he represents judges, magistrates, justice in general, and the concept of justice as such: fairness, balance, and equality of conditions, administrative procedures, execution of contracts, bureaucracy, vouchers, documentation, papers, in general, examinations, seminars, courses, and conventions. He acts on ideals or the idealization of a thought, and on our conscience, above all, its ethical and social side. Like the concept of truth, justice does not always agree with what people may sometimes consider to be fair or true. Very important. To reach settlement, we must set aside personal interests, selfishness, and passion, because according to one of the great men in history, Socrates, we will have actual knowledge of a concept or something only when we are able to define it, and such definition raises no objection. This status is reached through the search for knowledge, something a master cannot teach. But he may indeed lead his disciples to reflect, to work with their minds, with the truth as their goal. Very important. I love when this Shango card comes out. I want to pull another card just so I can see. All right. So you using this Shango energy as a symbol to your benefit, this is what you become. While everybody else is scrambling, everybody else is going through this negative stuff because they're allowing in their windows of the soul all of this BS that's floating around. This card talks about wise people, traditional. If you are a man, you will be wealthy if you heed this message from Shango and you allow this energy to permeate through you. If you are a man, you will be wealthy with a resolute and stable spirit. Very earthy characteristics. And you will be financially successful and you will have important contacts. If you are a woman, you will have a fighting and preserving spirit with a deep self-confidence. You will not stand for being disappointed by anybody. You will not accept deceit or lies, and you will not be a partner to someone who does it. Your economic situation will be good, and you will know how to use it for the benefit of everyone. That's someone who has a pure, wise, and just spirit. That's how they operate. So Ashe to Shango. Let's see what Friday has for us. All right. So if you decide not to heed this message, then this is what you can look forward to, which is the salamanders reversed. And this talks about psychological disorders, imbalance, and a slow metabolism. That's the type of low vibrational negative energy that this system of soulless beings with all of this BS that you're going to hear in the media, that you're going to feel from people that are vibrating low. If you stay in that state around those people, around those demonic entities that's coming out of social media and that's coming toward the windows of the soul, it's going to give you a mental disorder, a psychological disorder. And you're going to be imbalanced, because at the end of the day, we're in Virgo season. Virgo is all about being a great thinker, being a strategist, someone whose will is strong, someone who is dynamic, optimistic, as well as realistic and rational. And I talk about when it comes to being rational, in my video about my trip, I talked about how while my mind, which was my higher self, trying to tell me to go with the flow and to stop trying to logically explain what's going on, because the mind is so vast, you can't really explain it in words in this language. That's why our ancients used hieroglyphs and symbols and vebes and sigils and stuff like that, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. I started to have a psychological mental breakdown, until I let go and I gained control of the mind and I stopped trying to be so rational and just trust that that my spirit team, that my inner child, that my higher self got me and is protecting me, and that's all I need to worry about. That's all I need to focus on. And the minute I did that, as you're gonna hear, things changed. All right. So now we're on the weekend, baby. Let's see what Saturday has for us. All right. So this is the Four of Water. So emotionally, once you're psychologically in this low vibrating state, because you didn't heed to this message of Shango, you didn't heed to this message of you being a magician, you didn't heed to this message of having a clear mind, but a humble heart and a stable spirit. Now, emotionally, while everybody else in the soul family is transforming for the better, this is you still thinking about the past, still wishing that you can change things in the past and not transforming into what you need to transform into. This talks about dissatisfaction, fatigue, lack of happiness because of material losses. You should have taken advantage of the bonanzas. Now, the only thing remaining for you to do is to wait for a new opportunity. This talks about you rejecting or refusing the help or collaboration of others. Think whether your fault lies in accepting what you should have rejected or in disregarding opportunities. So definitely keep that in mind for Saturday, the Saturn day. And let's see what Sunday has for us. All right. So everything is everything. If you heed this message from this card, then you'll understand, or you'll be able to duck and dodge this energy. Underestimating if you're going to come out on top when the transformation is fully completed. Again, this is another Earth card, the 6th house. We know that the 6th house is ruled by Virgo. And then, as you can see, this is also talking about Capricorn energy and Taurus. That's why the bull is right there and the goat is right there. So, you heeding these messages, the reason why you're so successful, and you're so successful but you're so humble at the same time, is simply because you understand that you have won because you have received from the powerful one who offers support and equality. Take it as a gift. It can represent important employment offers, contracts, and association where all parties will share a 50-50 basis. Seize this opportunity. This is talking about redemption. For a lot of us right now, we're redeeming ourselves. We're transforming into something where we can have a clean slate, and we can redeem ourselves from what we used to be. So trust the process. Go with the flow. Stop trying to add your distorted and limited logic to what God has in store for you. And if you can heed that message for this week, my friends, you will be glad that you did. Man, this reading was very to the point, just like Virgo. Very direct, very simple, very to the point, but also extremely powerful. So, shout out to everybody who watched this video to the end. I hope I was able to speak life unto you. Hope I was able to motivate you this week. Remember, if you want to see what this full spread is going to entail, join my Patreon, www.patreon.com/BandClapTV. And there you'll also be able to see my podcasts and videos before they are posted on YouTube, and also my live streams after they're deleted from YouTube. So until next time, peace. What's up, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and if you stayed to the end, I appreciate you. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I want to redirect you to my Instagram page. I don't promote my Instagram page a lot, but as my subscriber count and things like that rise due to things like shadow banning and stuff like that, I'm hearing that a lot of people aren't getting my notifications when I go live on YouTube and stuff like that. So for all things BandClap TV, my Instagram page and my story are going to have all of the notifications and things like that when it comes to when I'm going live, when I'm going, when I'm releasing videos, when I'm releasing content, Also on my Instagram page, if you're curious about my reviews for my readings and stuff like that, as you can see on my Instagram, I have a lot of different testimonials and stuff like that. For those who don't know of me as an artist, I also have videos of me performing and stuff like that. I'll be putting out more stuff like that very, very soon. So I'm just trying to get as many people right now to go ahead and follow me on Instagram. That is BandClap TV, and also my Facebook and Snapchat, BandClap TV as well. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and like I always say, no matter what, you got to stay shining.